Hello again, you magnificent subscribers. Welcome back to HemingwayLand.com, your source, quality, affordable land. This is our preview, the weekly preview of all the properties going live on the website for tomorrow, Friday, the final Friday of September, the 24th, 2021. Before I get to that, guys, I will tell you that there is a Gmail account that is connected to this YouTube channel, which I never ever look at. Occasionally, out of morbid curiosity, I will log into that email. And this past week was one such occasion. And there are some interesting kind of nonsense emails that we get in there. Anyway, but there are some Google Analytic emails that we get. And this past week, I made the mistake of opening one. I thought, oh, this will be informative. Here we go. I'm going to learn stuff. Anyway, turns out the number one search term to find our website is Hemingway Land. Okay, that's pretty good. People are on the right track. Hemingway, of course, is spelled wrong. That does not surprise me. But the number two most searched term to find our website was, is Hemingway Land legit? Kill me in the face. So yeah, there you go. I guess Google vouches for us. I don't know. And then people go onto the website and I don't know. You know, by the way, guys, I would say it's always a positive sign when you Google something like, is XYZ legit? And the first 20 things aren't like reviews about, they defrauded me of my money, they sold me land they didn't own, they sold me land, and then I never got the land. I'd say that's a good sign. I have contemplated over the years putting like user reviews on the website. But quite frankly, if you give us money for a property, the last thing I want to do is start harassing you about like, can you write a review? So I haven't done that. Additionally, I feel like, Who goes on a website, sees a quote like Jim in Wisconsin said, blah, 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 with, you know, some kind of stock photo of like smiling person. That's Jim, allegedly. Who believes that? Why would you ever believe that? What weight does that carry? I don't know. Leave a comment in the YouTube thing here if you disagree with me on that. I think unless it's a video testimonial, it should not be. Nobody should believe this. Nobody should believe this. It's just silly. Anyway, that's my 2 cents. Point being, is Hemingway Land legit? Hemingway on that one, by the way, was spelled correctly. All right, people. Anyway, special thanks to all the people who bought land from us this past week in Rio Arriba County. Derek, returning customer Derek, and his whole family. There's like 20 people on that deed. Thank you to Derek. Derek bought some land out there in Socorro County. Stephanie, Moreo, and Rose. Rose bought not one but 2 properties from us in Socorro County. Special thanks to her. And in Cibola County, Roger put down a deposit on that 20-acre property that we have out there in Indian Knolls Ranch. We will be closing slowly, let me emphasize slowly, through title in Cibola County over the next 30, 45, could be 120 days. You never know with that company. Anyway, so thank you to all of them. Anyway, going live on the website this week, people. Multiple properties. We're getting to that point of the year. We're trying to jam as many properties onto the website as we can before we take off for December. So this week, ba-boom! First up, guys, in Cibola County. We've got a glut of Cibola County properties, people. We're going to have more coming up soon. This first one, we're finally back in the Moro Ranches. Last time we listed out there was January 2020. That property was 20 acres. It went for $25,000. It sold in a day. I'm hoping for good things with this one. Anyway, this is CBNM-7837. For those of you not familiar with the El Moro Ranches, this is a fantastic subdivision out here. Just off the 53, just north of 53. It is all this carved out area that you see right here. All of these are big 20-acre properties. Let me go to the photo gallery. All these are big 20-acre properties. There's a very, very minor POA out here. Let me emphasize, guys, very minor, okay? How do we know it's a very minor POA? Because they collect dues, and those dues are voluntary. That's how you know. Anyway, the point is they've got gated access out here, keeps the riffraff out. There's a keypad. We'll give you the code for that if you buy the land. Beep, beep, boop. Gate opens, and then you drive through. Well-maintained roads all throughout this subdivision. Power, underground utilities all throughout the subdivision. And, of course, the big selling point are these things right here. Or one of the big selling points. Private gated access to the Cibola National Forest. The only property we've ever sold out here before, we sold to a hunter who, of course, wanted to build some kind of hunting cabin out there. My understanding is there's a lot of that going on in this region because of the proximity, because of the private access. Whatever the case, these are good properties for that. Road access right here, people. The roads out here are really, really good. I'd say this is probably the least good road I've ever seen in this region. I've seen a lot of photos of land out here. Anyway, as you can see, power at the lot line, underground utilities. Yes, there's one. There's the other. This is a little cabin that sits close by to the subject property. Very close, actually. I don't know why you would build that close to a border, but that's where it sits. Anyway, and this is what the property looks like. And, of course, our photographer was out there recently, so leaves are beginning to change colors. I guess that's what's happening. I don't know. Anyway, really nice property, really large piece of land. And, of course, out here, RVs are good for up to 6 months. Minimum square footage is 800. So if that's your definition of a tiny home, you could build that out there. Minimum square footage for a trailer, mobile or modular home, I believe it's something like 864. I don't know why the differentiation on that, but there you go. Anyway, so a lot of photos of this property. What I will point out to you, just a quick thing here, guys, is there's actually a canyon on the back end of this property. I have to imagine this occupies less than even 1 acre of land. Whatever the case, here on the back end of the property, this is not passable by car. That is what our photographer has told us. And actually, let me just go back to the map. I'll show you what I'm talking about. This is the canyon back here. So there's some developed home sites just north of the subject property. This is going to keep those people and their critters off your land because this thing is impassable. As I said, it occupies a very small portion of the land, but I think it provides a lot of, I don't know, just kind of diverse, interesting topography back here. Blah, blah, blah. It should be noted, guys, on the listing page, I took the time, I should say, to draft up this kind of Cliff Notes version of all the CCRs out here. These are all like very easy stuff to deal with, but I know people get scared off by these CCRs. So if you're looking at this property seriously, you can always have this to review. Obviously, we link the CCRs, but sometimes people don't want to read through those, so I simplified it. There you go. Anyway, but it seems like a very easy POA to deal with. Blah, blah, blah. Anyway, next up, guys, we're back in Colorado this week, specifically back in Los Animas County in Rancholagarita. We're back in this subdivision yet again with a 7-acre property priced at $35,000. When we bring this one up on the map, you will see that this one out here in Rancholagarita also sits just northwest of Trinidad and Trinidad Lake State Park over here, so you're going to have easy access to the lake. Additionally, when we go to the subject property, you will see that this specific property has well-maintained roads. Power is about a half-mile south of the subject property, so nothing really close, but these are the roads leading out to the land. There is also a kind of diverse topography on this one. Nice flat areas here by the road to build, to camp on, to park on, etc. There's also some higher kind of rocky, I don't know, hillside, if you want. Build up there, have nicer views of the surrounding region, etc. This property, however, is notable, and I'm going to point this out in the video here, guys, because it has, yes, you're seeing it right here, an abandoned trailer on the property. Now, perhaps some of you are watching this video and saying, hey, Hemingway, why would I want to deal with this thing? Why would I want to deal with an abandoned trailer on the property? Other people, however, look at that and say, ooh, abandoned trailer, can't wait. So I don't know. If you're in the first category, I agree, I understand, I wouldn't want the headache either, but some people, however, look at this as a potential thing to rehab and maybe live out of. I'm going to show you some interior photos in just a second. Or as scrap that we could sell off, we could make some money, blah, blah, blah. Anyway, the local graffiti artist will be losing his canvas once you purchase this property. This is what the interior looks like. Not the most appealing thing in the world, I recognize, but there you go. Some people might find something of note in this. Anyway, that's the interior. Who knows, guys? Maybe when you open these kitchen cabinets, gold bars, secret supplies of money. Who knows? It's not our money. It's your money now, because you bought the property as is. Anyway, more photos of the land, guys. As you can see, some of that kind of like rockier cliffside to the land that leads up a nice hillside, more of the flat area, so on and so forth. Obviously, with all these properties, we're going to have drone videos up on the bottom of the page, as well as the usual drone overlays indicating the size, shape, terrain, etc. Build up further up top like this guy did, have some nice views, or down here in the cutout area, etc., etc. Going back to New Mexico for our third property, guys, we're back in Valencia County. This one down in Highland Meadows. These two Highland Meadow properties that we sold recently sold out very quickly, relatively speaking. I was surprised at how fast they went. This one was kind of a straggler, just hitting the website right now. Another 5 acres for $6,000. This one, it should be noted, does not have a financing option, but it is located out here in Highland Meadows, just south of the 6. Just out here off the main road, which is, what's it called? Highland Boulevard, I think. Yeah, Highland Boulevard. You're bang a sharp left, take Highland Boulevard basically all the way down, and that's kind of dirt road right here out to the subject property, but nonetheless, subject property is about 500 feet from the nearest power out here at this developed home site right here. We actually, one of the lots we just sold was the one that was like right up here. Now we're selling this one. We got this guy surrounded. Anyway, the reason I'm holding on the map here, what's notable about this is that this property backs up to Lucero Drive, which means that everything south of Lucero is federal land. You've got about 7,000 acres right here of completely undeveloped, nor will it ever be developed, federal land right here. So point being, whatever views you purchase today, and let me show you the views, whatever views you purchase today are going to be pretty well maintained for years to come. Also, I presume some land to explore right there. You can kind of see the fencing that leads off here that blocks off that federal land. But anyway, this is the road frontage here along Lucero, probably the hardest road out there to traverse. The rest are, well-maintained paved roads out from the highway. And from this, you can also see, yes, that developed home site just 500 feet away with power going to their property. Likely not difficult or expensive to get power extended to yours. A lot of power actually throughout the subdivision. It's not up and down every road, but the power company, of course, does have a presence out there. They're no stranger to Highland Meadows. Additionally, the lot that you're purchasing is lot 124. The guy who owns lot 123 had that whole thing staked out, has these helpful signs. So at the very least, the eastern boundary of your property is going to be very well defined. The southern boundary, of course, is the road. We'll let you figure out the northern and the western boundaries. But anyway, this is what it looks like out here. Of course, really nice region, really picturesque region, and only about 30 minutes west of Albuquerque and Los Lunas. So a nice alternative if you do live in Albuquerque, you're paying rent, you're tired of that. Looking for a place where you can finally be your own landlord. Looking for a place where you can have more privacy. Looking for a place where you can commute easily back to your well-paying job in Albuquerque. This may be the area for you. That's certainly the case with past buyers who have purchased out here. And, of course, very flat, very easy to build or park on. Got the Mesa Redonda off in the distance, which provides some pretty nice views. Let me skip ahead, and I'll show you, first off, the neighbors. There you go, some moo cows out there. Developed home sites in the region, and the aforementioned Mesa Redonda. Explore, hike, camp, do whatever, I don't know, but that obviously is very nearby the property. As always, guys, drone shots down here at the bottom indicating the exact boundaries of the land. A healthy chunk of land, this 5 acres, legal easements and road access along the western and southern boundaries, so on and so forth. Finally, guys, up this week, we are back. Yes, 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 and it's probably already sold by the time you get to this point in the video. In Taos County, we're back in Carson Estates. We got another quarter-acre property out here. This one specifically, guys, if you go to the spreadsheet, it's not in Unit 1, not in Unit 2, not in Unit 3. It's in Unit 4, guys, right down here. Unit 4, Block 178, Lot B. Anyway, if unfamiliar, and how could you possibly be on our website and not be familiar with this? This is Taos out here. Hang on. I know it's on the map here somewhere. Yes, Taos, right there. And here's the property, very close to Taos, just here along the 64, cross the Rio Grande Gorge Bridge, and then you are in the Carson Estates subdivision. Of course, this area is intensely popular with our buyers because it is RV friendly, it is earthship friendly, a lot of earthships built out here, tiny homes, container homes, so on and so forth. Very, very, very lax zoning in this part of Taos County. And price is just $900, of course, very affordable. These things tend to sell quickly. So if you're interested, guys, get it while it lasts. All right, people, that is all from me. Thanks, as always, for watching this extra long video. Next week, more properties in, I think, New Mexico, and then maybe back in Colorado the following week. I don't know. We got a bunch of inventory coming up, guys, and as you can see, we're starting to list multiple properties per week. All right, people, that's all from me. Thanks, as always, for watching, and we will see you in next month's video. Bye-bye.